a thought. Please spare a thought there, listener. Spare a thought, please, to ASAP Relly. I wonder what ASAP Relly is thinking and feeling like right fucking now. ASAP Rocky has just been confirmed, or announced, sorry, as Ray-Ban's first creative director. Spare a thought for ASAP fucking Relly. You took ASAP Rocky to court because he allegedly shot you in the hand. You did it allegedly for a payday because you were jealous. You felt like he got everything and you got nothing. He was the main star of ASAP Mob throughout the years and you got absolutely zero for it. So you wanted to get your get back. You took him to court. You thought you were going to get it. You thought you were going to get a good outcome based on what happened with Tory. I said the same thing, by the way. I was one of the people that thought Rocky was probably going to get found guilty. Not because he was guilty, because I didn't think he was based on the evidence that was available, but more so based on what happened to Tory Lanez. Because Tory Lanez got found guilty and the evidence against him was a little bit shaky. So I thought if it's California, it seemed like they're very strict when it comes to gun laws and court cases involving guns and shit. Rocky's obviously, you know, they're trying to go to his defense of him having a prop gun. I thought he was done for. But somehow he gets away with it. And as soon as he gets away with it, he gets announced that the album is dropping soon, all of these endorsements, and one of the biggest ones he gets announced with is this deal with Ray-Ban. So I wonder, if you're ASAP Relly, how are you feeling right now? You must be sick. You already hate this guy because you think he gets everything. And now he's getting everything and more. And he's actually proving why it was so important for him not to accept the plea deal. Because I remember that being a thing that was leaked to the press. When he didn't accept the plea deal of like 6 months and accepting one count responsibility of one thing, whatever, pleading guilty. I remember one of the counters to it was like, oh no, he's got a bunch of things lined up that if he pleads guilty and takes a plea deal, they'll immediately null and void them. And everyone's like, oh, but he's already like, you know, got kids, basically married with Rihanna. She's a billionaire. He's already got money himself. Why is he worried about this stuff? Just take the plea deal and keep it moving. But I guess he's a smart one because number one, he knew ASAP Relly intimately. They grew up together. So I guess he knew that his friends are bozo. He knew his friends are bozo. He knew Relly is short-tempered and easily provoked. So he knew the moment ASAP Relly would get on that stand, he will fucking unravel, which he did. And he also knew, maybe because he's innocent, that I'll rather take it to trial and roll my dices because I've got all these deals lined up that I can't lose because this is guaranteed money for me and my kids. Because I feel that happens with people that have children. When you have children, your mind, you know, you start to think less so about yourself and about the future of your kids. So if this deal can kind of, you know, guarantee the future of like one of your sons, you know, that could kind of ease the financial burden and you can feel like you're playing your part because even as a man, yes, you're married to Rihanna or you got kids with Rihanna, but you don't want to be dependent on her. If you got your own shit going on as Rocky, and again, Rocky is like in a really weird position where like he's not the most poppy musician in the world. His music is kind of shit, to be honest, nowadays, but he's still very, very relevant and still what you'd call like a star in a weird way. He's like, I don't think there's anyone else like him now in music or even in hip hop, where his music doesn't match up to his level of fame, but his fame is on a level where he doesn't stop getting checks. He doesn't stop getting checks. But you also want to keep getting checks, even though you're married to Rihanna, because you want to feel like you're contributing to a relationship. So this is a fucking amazing deal for him, but God almighty, if you're ASAP Relly, you must be sick to your bones, sick to your stomach. Let's read the article courtesy of Ray-Ban. Short press release here. Fashion innovator, entrepreneur, multi-hyphenate artist ASAP Rocky, on the heels of his 4th studio album, Don't Be Dumb, ASAP takes the helm at Ray-Ban as creative director. A visionary partnership bringing together 2 icons of contemporary culture, he joins in critical time in the evolution of Ray-Ban. ASAP's influence will extend beyond collections to store design, campaign direction, and more. Watch for the special drop in spring 2025 to get your hands on a pair designed by the artist himself. Don't be left behind. Sign up for a newsletter below. Cool. Great deal for ASAP Rocky. What comes to mind a little bit for me will be that famous quote from Kanye West about Lady Gaga, right? I like some Lady Gaga song. What the fuck she know about cameras, right? When she got announced as Kodak Camera's creative director. But in this particular regard, I think Rocky's got enough of a brand name associated with sunglasses where I think a lot of people would like to see what his vision of a Wayfarer would be or whatever else sunglasses they make. But I'm curious, when will we get to the point where we'll stop using the term creative director when it comes to these celebrity influencer partnerships? Like, when will we just get to the point where it's okay to call something a partnership or collaboration and not try and like add extra sauce to it like it's a creative director? Because he's not. Because they're trying to make it seem like he's going to be working at Ray-Ban 9 to 5 as a creative director, overseeing. Because I think Ray-Ban, I don't know how many styles of sunglasses they may have, but it must be in the thousands, right? There's no way he's overseeing all of them. He's going to oversee his own little collection that's going to drop, right? Maybe it's going to be a partnership with Org, but it's not going to be anything that's going to be overseeing the entire fucking thing. It's going to be his own thing. He's going to be doing like a side thing. So why not just call it that? Why refer to it as a creative director role when it's not really a creative director role? We all know that. He knows that. It doesn't make sense. You're better off just giving him his own line. Like, this is the ASAP Rocky Org line, as opposed to saying he's going to be the creative director of Ray-Ban, because he's not. Unless he is, which I doubt it, by the way. I doubt it, but unless he is actually going to be working there as a 9 to 5, like, you know, designing the entire collection, I don't get why they don't just call it what it is, because I think nowadays going forward, I think the mystique or the allure of being a creative director is somewhat dwindling, but I do think there's still a lot of value in being an influencer who designs collections for these brands and then puts them out that way. There's no harm in that, no foul play. No one's thinking, and even if you do get announced as a creative director of a big brand or a big fucking company like Ray-Ban, no one's actually believing that you're designing every single piece. No one believes that. So you're better off just being honest about what is going on and saying, hey, this person's designing a part of the collection. They're going to design their own collection. They're going to have their own little brand that they're doing underneath Ray-Ban, and we're going to be pushing in the stores, but they're not going to be creative directing the entire thing. They're not going to be designing, you know, thinking of the store layouts for the kiosk in fucking, you know, Gatwick Airport, for fuck's sake. It's not that deep. But I still think it's a great deal for him anyway. I prefer to see this from A$AP Rocky than clothes. I'm not going to be lying. I think when it comes to fashion, design-wise, like, horrendous. I don't ever want to see that stuff ever again. I feel like Rocky is similar to Pharrell. I feel like Pharrell and Rocky need to have, like, capsule collections. Give them a capsule collection, even if it's Under Armour, if it's Puma, if it's Adidas, whatever it may be. A capsule collection may be themed around a particular sort of theme, and let them design that every couple of years and shit. Cool, they're going to knock it out of the park. Even the glasses. But ask Rocky to design 37, 40 plus looks two times per year, plus a fucking result. Like, it's not going to happen. They don't have the bandwidth or the creativity or whatever, the knack to do that sort of things. But small, little capsule collections, collaboration with certain brands, they're going to kill it. So I have no doubt in my mind this collaboration is going to fucking win, and he's going to fucking smash it. But my heart does actually go out to A$AP Rocky, because part of the reason why he probably took A$AP Rocky to court was this feeling that he gets given everything, you know, and you don't get given anything. And this real feeling like you're getting left behind by this guy that just keeps getting blessed with more and more and more. And, you know, it's unfortunate these things happen because you're in the same group as him. I think the lore of A$AP Mob is that Relly and Yams and stuff are the ones that got A$AP Rocky into A$AP Mob after its inception. So A$AP Rocky wasn't even part of the original crew. He joined later on, and it still becomes the number one person in the crew, the most famous guy in the crew. So that must really hurt. If you're a really jealous person, that must really sting, because you feel like you're the one that set up the crew, but he's actually getting all the benefits from it, because he's the number one person. So it must fucking hurt. So thoughts and feelings go out to A$AP Rocky, but congratulations to A$AP Rocky. Congratulations to A$AP Rocky. And let me really quickly read some of the comments here on the chat. Big up the chat. Big up the chat. Big up. What's it? King Bayou. I see Elon. Okay, it's an Elon topic as well. Appreciate you. Oh, big up Fashion Roman. Well, go on. It's mad how much he lied up on that stand. Like, damn, if you want to snitch, do it properly. Yeah, I don't even. I think it happened though. That's the thing. That's the thing I'm sad about him for. I think it happened, man. I think it happened. I think what happened. I think what he said happened. He just was unable to prove it. That's the unfortunate side of it. I think Rocky kind of got away with it more so than Relly was lying. Obviously, he lied about certain details, but I do think it happened. I just think Relly went about it in the most clumsy way possible, and Rocky just caught the best luck possible because his friend that did it was one of the most boneheaded, short-tempered, short-sighted, easily provoked, confrontational people ever, and he basically made everybody not like him. I think the jury didn't like him. Like, you know, obviously A$AP Rocky's lawyer didn't like him too much. The press didn't like him. He really did use it as an odd situation to kind of turn everyone against him. So he kind of only has himself to blame, really, isn't it? Kind of self to blame. Big up Cheeky C as well, and big up Stradley too in the chat. Appreciate you. And big up a younger brother. It was a prop gun. Yeah, the prop gun defense was hilarious, by the way. I think even his own defense at the end didn't really. I think they even confessed or come around to the idea that obviously it was a real gun. So the whole prop gun defense was fucking diabolical. But the fact that they went with it was fucking hilarious to me. Absolutely fucking hilarious. But in the end, it worked out. In the end, it freaking worked out.